Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of our wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so. You're all super duper delicious and super duper wonderful. And I also hope that you're having a super duper time wherever you are in the world, my little beautifuls, and that life is treating you oh so deliciously. Now then, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to any passers-by, okay? Now I hope that you too are having a super duper time wherever you are in the world, my little beautifuls, and that life is also treating you all so deliciously. So what do? 3, 2, 1, beam me up. Okay, so I hope that we're all super duper well today, my delicious babies. Now then, I have some things that I want to discuss, okay? So I've already had one video that's just gone out, but I never showed my bow trace, everybody, because now you can see my bow trace now, okay? Now then, and of course, you know, because I just had my hair scraped back and everything, you know what I mean, just to go and walk around the lakes with my beautiful and delicious little roots, okay? Now then, my weather in our neck of the woods in the old UK, well, okay, so it's sunny. So what is it? The sun has got his hat on, hip 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 hooray. Okay, so yes, it's super duper delish out there today, okay? No heating on, I've just had it on slightly just while I was curling my old wig, you know, I thought, well, I'll just stick a little bit of powder, you know. Do you know what I mean? And a bit of the old mascara today, do you understand what I mean? Yes. So what it is, which normally, as you all very well know, it is a rarity I ever wear makeup, okay? But I just felt the need to today, okay? Now then, and also it is rather windy out there, okay, everybody? So that's just to let you know that as well, okay? Now then, there are some things that I wish to discuss. So yes, I did have the heating on for that and I've turned it off simply because everybody, it's just gone way too flipping hot, you know what I mean? When it goes too hot, well, I just start flipping sweating. And I do love little piggies. It's only a figure of speech, but I end up sweating like a PRG. Okay, now then, so yes, there's things that I'd like to discuss now. I haven't been, you know, doing any videos. I do believe I'm pretty sure it's the past 7 days I haven't done any videos for, and well, there is a very good reason because there's been a lot of other things going on. Okay, so my apologies for this, everybody. Okay, but you know, it's just best that when there's too much going on, just not to do any videos, okay? So yes, so I'm back now, a rocking and a rolling, okay? And also for the fact that, well, as like I say, there's a number of things I wish to discuss, so I'm just going to get straight into this, okay? So I just need to go to my page. Now, as I'm sure that you're aware, I did mention about a person who has gone missing, okay? Now, this has actually been on the news, apparently, although I do not watch the box in the corner of the room, everybody, which everybody knows me by now, my delicious and wonderful little subscribers, okay? So you all know that I do not watch the box in the corner room, but apparently this has been on the BBC. Flipping BBC. Okay, when they do decide to tell the truth occasionally. Anyway, and it's on Instagram, Facebook, you know, everywhere, okay? So I will just give, you know, so I can say, this is a dear gentleman. He did go missing on the 2nd of October. It was Sunday, the 2nd of October, actually, everybody. And he comes from Telford, okay, in the UK. He is 58 years of age and his name is, they call him Harry, everybody. So he is called Harry, okay? But his name is, his real name, everybody, is Harjinder. So that's H for Harry, A for Apple, R for Romeo, J for Jack, I for Indigo, M for November, D for Delta, E for Echo, R for Romeo, okay? Takar, so that is spelled T for Tango, A for Apple, K for Kitten, H for Harry, A for Apple, and R for Romeo, okay? He is an Asian gentleman, okay? Now, according to what I'd read, okay, this dear gentleman, well, he seemed to have had some sort of a panic attack, okay, and then he has disappeared. So I just want to put it out today, everybody, okay, that and I just want to say this, so I am going to say it to the camera, so if I can make even just a bit of use out of my platform, then this is what I have chosen to do, okay, everybody. So Harry, wherever you are, our delicious little baby that you are, okay, please, I mean, you do not have to say where you've been, no you do not, okay, but please, if you could please just get in contact with your family, you know, because we do believe that he is married and he does have bairns, okay, so so the thing is that, you know, at least if you could just, you know, just give, you know, your family a call, you know, if only just to let them know that, you know, that you're all right at least, okay, because this is going to be, I do believe, we're on the 3rd week now tomorrow, okay, so we can only hope, everybody, and for anybody who is kind enough to even listen to my video this afternoon, okay, please, 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 and thank you, could you please send out your prayers that dear Harry returns safe and well, okay, everybody, please, and thank you, that would be really much appreciated, okay, and we'd be also very thankful. Now, for others of you, I've forgotten to say, haven't I, and of course with my video today, if you could please share my video, if you could, okay, because there may very well be somebody who knows this dear gentleman, okay, or may know of his whereabouts, okay, because it appears to me, you know, if a man or woman happens to, you know, to sadly be in this, not wishing this disrespectfully anybody, I'm not here to hurt, offend or upset, but if somebody's in that state of mind, you know, we have to really, do you understand what I mean? We have to look at this very seriously. Do you see what I'm saying to you, everybody? Yes. So if you could please share my video also, and thank you. Also, if you haven't subscribed to me, you do happen to stumble across my channel and you'd like to subscribe, then please, if you could subscribe, and thank you. And if you do happen to enjoy my video today, then please, if you could kindly click on the like, okay, please, and thank you so very much, okay. Now then, so this is to do with Harry. So please, Harry, we just hope that you come home safe and well back to your family, okay? Because, you know, that you have an awful lot, it appears, and from what I've seen and read, that you do have an awful lot of everybody who are worrying about you right now, okay? So nobody's going to be annoyed at you or anything like that, okay? Just please, if you could even get to a telephone just to let somebody know that you're all right, okay? And please, and thank you. So please, if everybody can just send out their prayers kindly, please, and thank you once again. Now, the other thing I want to just say to you all, okay? I mean, this is on YouTube, actually. And, you know, if you look in the box below, it should say Grim, okay? Grim Hustle, okay? Grim Hustle, okay? So that's what you'd be looking for. And if you could just please type in, and it is 9 rules for life by Russian mafia boss, okay, so that is 9 rules for life by Russian mafia boss, okay. It's just something that came up on my feed the other day, and I just, you know, I thought, you know what, I'm just going to tick this off now, everybody. Okay, it's just something that just came, you know, just came up on my feed. Do you see what I'm saying to you, everybody? Yes, so I can close my book now, okay? So yes, if you could just take a, you know, just a quick look at that, and, you know, just see what you think about it, really. Do you understand what I mean? I'm not sure whether he's an actor or whether it was the real. I'm not entirely sure of. Although we must remember that everybody's on a stage in the world. Okay, so somewhere we're all playing a part with something, aren't we? Now then, so that's that. So So let me just continue. So yes, so I mean, I've heard about Liz Truss, sorry, well, who cannot be trusted. Well, it seems that she's had to go, doesn't it? Well, I mean, when you've got somebody useless like her, okay, well, this was only a matter of time. I mean, really, when I heard it, I mean, I must be honest, everybody, I mean, I was not shocked at all. I just wasn't shocked at all. But what I'm really amazed at here, everybody, yes, what I'm really amazed at here is that how, I mean, I know because it's every so many years that, for elections to come up. Do you understand what I mean? Do you see what I'm saying to you? But it seems very much to me that whoever's pulling the strings here, everybody, right? They seem to be having a right old flipping shuffle around. Do they not? Yes, they do. Okay. So, and what I'm absolutely amazed at is how they're all being able to get away with this, everybody. Do you see what I mean? Then they talk about, so anyway, all I can say is, and I'm not being disrespectful to anybody, I just speak the truth, and dear God, Jesus Christ of Nazareth loves the truth. At the end of the day, good riddance to bad rubbish. And really, good riddance to bad rubbish with all of them. Because like I said before, and I'll say it again, they're about as much use as an ashtray on a motorbike or a chocolate teapot, which is absolutely no use whatsoever. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, we seem to have Egypts who have been so-called running the old UK. Do you see? And then we hear, well, I did, then I heard that they're talking about the Boris Twat Johnson coming back. So what we all want to know is, why? You know, this is a question, isn't it? Why? He has proved himself as much as like he's acted like a circus flipping clown, right, over the years, yes? Because I still do not believe that he's the most super duper intelligent. Now others out there, may disagree with what I've said, but no, he's really not, you know. And when you look at him over the years, you know, and you look at him over the years and you see everything, what he's been saying, and yes, I am going to say it, and how bloody damn racist he is as well. Do you see what I mean? And yet all that time he was just allowed, there we go, see? And all that time he was allowed to get away with what he said, like it does not mean anything. Do you see what I mean? Whereas if somebody else was to go out there, yes, and they was to turn around and say, make a racist comment to somebody else, well, they get flipping locked up, don't they? But it appears with our putrid governments in the old UK that they can just say and do as they like, and nothing, you know, it's like a smack on the wrist. Do you see what I mean? And everything's hunky-dory, tickety-boo. And then you got others out there, I'm not talking about everybody because there's a hell of a lot now, who have woken up to this shite. At the end of the day, for the others who just keep flipping listening to this shite, because that's what it is, shite, they need to start flipping waking up, and very flipping quickly. Because at the end of the day, whatever's happening here, everybody, yes, it appears very much to me that this old government in the old UK seems to be getting away with flipping everything. And let's look at the flipping lockdown, shall we? And what went on there? Partying, doing whatever they wanted to do, laughing at us, the public, laughing at us, blatantly laughing at us. Yes, everybody. Do you see what I'm saying to you? So the way I see things, no, this is not acceptable. And we must always remember something, everybody. There are far more of us than there ever are of them load of flipping Egypts and twats and flipping prats that they all flipping are. And that's the male and female ones as well. I say it about everybody, all of them. And let's talk about, shall we, what's happened as well with, you know, when we look at flipping that flipping Hancock and all of the dear elderly, God rest their beautiful dear souls. May you rest in peace, our delicious babies, okay? What was taking place there? So correct me if I'm wrong, everybody. Wasn't that genocide? What was taking place? Because I do believe it was. Do you say? And then, of course, I want to just say something else. So I'm breaking this up just for a second now. There is something else I want to say, everybody. Now, it appears, okay, so we'll see how long my video stays up for now, everybody. And if you can, with certain things that I say on my videos, if you could please, you know, I do believe, is it even download my videos, sorry. Okay, because at the end of the day, I will have certain videos where, you know, there's going to be flipping upset. Do you see what I'm saying to you with the old YouTube, right? So, but here's something else. So you've got the ones, and again, I'm not saying this to be disrespectful, because we have to try and, you know, appreciate and try to have an understanding and to understand, yes, when for those dear, you know, wonderful man and woman out there, God bless their dear souls, okay, when they got jabbed because they were tricked and coerced into this putridness, okay? But the fact of the matter is, if somebody's getting a blood transfusion, well, the blood is not labelled, everybody. So what is this telling us? I'll tell you what it's telling us, for my delicious and wonderful little babies out there, right? What this is saying is that say if somebody had to go into hospital, right, because this is common sense, yes, using our old noddles, right? If somebody was to go into hospital and they needed a blood transfusion, now say, for example, if they are not definitely jabbed, so if they are not everybody, right, well, correct me if I'm wrong here, but if the blood is not labelled, does that not mean that if the blood is taken from somebody, very sadly, who has been definitely jabbed, right, that blood could then go into somebody who has not been definitely jabbed? Is everybody following me now, my delicious little babies? Now, I will say, if there's something on my mind, okay? And I always like to give food for thought. I'm not here to upset, offend anybody. That is never my intention. And for all of my wonderful and delicious little subscribers, that you do understand me. But for those who happen to pass by, please do not use just this video that I'm doing today, my delicious little babies, to pass judgment, okay? I'm just stating facts here. And that's what this is. It is facts, right? Now, to be perfectly honest with you, I mean, there was years ago, right? So I want to talk about that. This is just coming to my mind as well now. Now, some years back, I actually sent out, which I did, to everybody. When was it? In my phone, okay. And I sent out about, and so we're talking about the NHS now, right? So I actually sent out and what they were all discussing. Yes, well, I have not been able to find that video ever again on YouTube. I mean, I wish I'd have wrote it down, actually, but I just did not. So it was awfully silly of me. But the fact of the matter is this. The fact is, everybody, right, is that they were planning all these things for the NHS anyway. This is not just recent, everybody. This has been going on for a very long time. Do you see what I'm saying to you and what they wanted to do, which was to, you know, what was it? They're selling off this and selling off that. Yes. Do you see what I'm saying to you, everybody? So I'm just making my point here. And I watched that video and I listened to it all. And it was a good, I do believe, couple of hours long. And that's way back. And I sent it out to everybody, I did. Yes, I did. Do you still see? Yes? Do you see what I'm saying? So the fact of the matter is, I'll put it this way, and dear God, Jesus Christ in Nazareth, please God, that I will never ever need a flipping blood transfusion. But let me tell you, nobody will be putting flipping nothing into my flipping body. I'm telling you all straight. But look what they're doing, everybody. Look what they're doing. And where's that flipping Hancock? That flipping Pratt? You know, the one who ordered for the midazolam. Where's he? Now, even I know, as a funeral arranger, when I was a funeral arranger, even I know that you have to, you know, because the doctor has to come in and everything else, right? And anyway, I know the how it rocks and rolls, okay? But none of that was happening at that time because everybody was COVID. Do you understand what I mean? Which was wrong. Because what it actually was, everybody, and that's in our neck of the woods in the old UK, so let's get this straight now, what our putrid government did is bloody murder. That's what it is. Murder. Okay? And then we go on to something else, don't we? So anyway, just getting back to this just for a moment, I do apologise. It's because my head's full of everything, so I do apologise, everybody, okay? And I'm awfully sorry if I come across rather serious. Well, this is very serious because that was somebody's dear mother, somebody's dear father, and God bless their beautiful dear souls. Do you see what I mean? And may they rest in peace. Well, the only time when I do believe that they will rest in peace, God love them all, and their dear families, who it was concerning, right, is when we get justice. There needs to be justice for what has taken place, everybody. And as for Boris Johnson, well, let me tell you, if anybody does want him back, they'll have to be complete flipping Egypts, and yes, I will say that, complete flipping Egypts. Because you see, what they're doing, and I can see what these idiots are doing. What they're doing is they want to mess with everybody's mind. I said it before and I'm saying it again. This is what they're doing, yes. And of course, for the ones who are clued up here, well, of course, you know, even for the most calmest would flipping wind them up. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? And all they do is shuffle them around. So all they did, they got rid of Boris, right, the twats. They got rid of the twat Boris, yes? And then what they did, pushed him out the way, right? You can see what's going on. And you see what's going on for years, what's been going on, sorry. And then what they then do is they bring in that trust, so you couldn't trust at all. She's flipping batshis. Right, I just cannot, you know, and I may be a qualified angelic healer, everybody. I would give my last penny to anybody. I would give anybody something to eat or drink. I'm the most, and I do not have to justify myself anyway. But I'm the loveliest woman anyone could ever wish to meet. So there we are, yes, and that is the truth. But these I cannot stand because I know it's putrid. You know, so just because I'm all these things does not mean to say that I have to like everybody. No, it does not. And I certainly do not like a corrupt and putrid government and they're having their strings and somebody else is behind the scenes. No, this is not acceptable, right, to our country. And not only that, hasn't our putrid government, haven't they flipping made a holy show of us all? To make the flipping everybody in the UK look like a load of flipping Egypts. Because that's what they've done, everybody. Do you see what I mean? And of course, you know, throughout all of this, they're still lining the flipping old skyrockets. Do you see what I'm saying, everybody? That's the reality of what's going on here. And has been for a very, very, very long time. Do you see, everybody? Yes? So to me, no, this is not right. There needs to be investigations into all of this badness, what has been going on. Because like I said before, and I said it again, I said it on another video, the fact of the matter is that this will not be swept under the carpet. No, it will not. And even now, you've got an awful lot of, you know, the God bless them dear elderlies, right? At the start of this flipping bloody pandemic, right? where, you know, they want answers, they want justice. There we go. They want justice for the lies that were told to them, and rightfully so. Because I tell you what, if it was me, I wouldn't let it flipping rest. No, I flipping would not. So like I say, I could be the loveliest woman on this earth, let me tell you. But let me tell you, I wouldn't let it go. No, I would not. Do you see what I mean? Because it's murder and it's genocide and it's still happening now all over the world. And what about changing the subject? What about that Pfizer then? What about Pfizer? Where they said, what was it? They had to do something at the speed of science. At the speed of science, everybody. Are they having a flipping laugh? This is what I want to know. Are they having a flipping laugh? At all of our expenses, all over the world. And they're still pushing it at, rewind and start again. And they're still pushing it out. Do you see? Everybody, my delicious little babies, they're still pushing out this flipping poison. And then you've got ones out there where, you know, they haven't just had like 2 of the jabs. They've had 4, 5 and flipping 6. What's all that about? Do you know what I mean? When the government and in the UK had said months ago, after they'd flipping tricked everyone, not everybody, after they'd tricked, the flipping majority, right? And then they said that after having 2 jabs, that it doesn't stop the spread of COVID. Do you understand what I mean, everybody? Yes? So, therefore, the government was done telling everybody after they've already flipping posted the poison out to everybody. Well, not everybody, but for a lot, right? And then, right, decide to then say, oh, but it doesn't stop the spread. Well, you would have thought at that point, hello, if somebody's using their old noddle, right, you would have thought that they would have thought, ugga, well, the best thing to do is not to take anymore. But no, what did they do? They still muzzle themselves up. They still keep themselves at a distance, right? And then they line up to go and get more flipping poison. Are they stupid? I mean, I do sympathise, I really, really do, you know, and I feel sorry for the genuine, and I happen to have met a lot of genuine, where they genuinely said, well, I'm never going to take anything again, Mia. Yes? Do you see? And it's not just 1 or 2, everybody, okay? There's a lot more. God bless their dear souls. Do you see what I mean? Who said, no, we're not going to take anymore because they know that this was one big flipping con. And who was making all the ka-ching, pound, shilling, pence, dollars and change? Who was making all that then in all of this? Do you see what I mean? And then what did they say that, what was that other thing called at the beginning? Was it ivermectin or whatever it's called? Because I never wrote it down, everybody, I'm awfully sorry, right? And what was that meant to be? Something to do with horse worming tablets or something? Do you see what I mean? Flipping craziness. But I just do not feel that this is moving fast enough, because we're at a rate now where there are a lot more in the UK, right, alone, where there's a flipping hell of a lot more, God rest their beautiful dear souls, may they rest in peace, right, who are passing away, and at young ages. Do you see what I mean? This is what I'm saying. This is, to me, this is not going fast enough, everybody. And then you've had some from the start of the old flipping pandemic, right? You know, lawyers, right? And everything else, right? And then what is it? We're over 2.5 years in and still nothing. Do you see what I mean? Everybody needs answers here. Well, we already know, for those of us who know, God bless us all, right? And of course, like I said before, and I'm saying this again, we're trying our best to flipping get messages out, to flipping help, God love them, the ones who've been tricked into this putridness. So how long is this going to take? How much longer is it going to take? Because me personally, let me tell you, I believe that for the ones who are at the centre of all of this, that, you know, just having a smack on the wrist or, do you know what I mean? And others may say, you know, for them to go somewhere else, right? Well, I'm not being nasty when I say, but that's too good for them. And I'm not wicked, I'm not cruel, I'm not evil, I'm not inciting violence, but guess what they should do? Bring back bloody hanging. For everyone to flipping see. Why should everybody have their lives taken unnecessarily? From little, God bless her beautiful dear souls, may they rest in peace. You know, from tiny little babies to little bairns, to little toddlers, to adolescents, to, you know what I mean? Why? Because, I mean, let's face it, it's flipping common knowledge, isn't it, everybody? I mean, you had that flipping prat, flipping Bill Gates, he's another twat. Flipping Klaus Schwab, because they're just flipping lackeys for the others, as what we know, right? And then they're flipping done telling everybody how to depopulate, and they're finding it flipping funny. They seem to think all of this is flipping funny. Well, it's not flipping funny. It's disgusting what has taken place and what they've already started doing. And this is not the end, everybody, and I'm not being negative. I'm telling it straight. Going to be hearing an awful flipping lot more, we are. I'll tell you that now. Do you see what I mean? This is generations of families that should never ever have had to pass away. But they're dragging their heels with the old, what's it called? The Nuremberg. Do you see what I'm saying to you, everybody? That's what I'm saying, everybody. So what's going on here? Because it seems very much to me, everybody, like they're doing this, they're doing that, but they're doing F all. That's what it seems to me. Anyone can come on, I'm not being disrespectful to everyone, by the way, I'm just making my point. Anyone can come on a flipping podcast or on a video, right? Anyone can do that, right, and chat, right? But if nobody's doing F all about it, then, well, what's going on here then? That's all I'm asking. And I'm sure that there's others who'll be asking the same flipping damn question as well. And not to mention, when all of this was going on, even they were going into zoos, and God bless the beautiful dear animals, and flipping injecting them. Oh yes. And it's been going on in other places, but I shall not say. Do you see what I'm saying, everybody? Since when does anybody have the right, and this is all I'm saying, everybody, since when does anybody have the right to play God? They do not have the right to play God. No, they do not. How flipping dare they? And then they disrupt everybody's travel and everything like that. Yet the ones with a ka-ching go flying here, there and everywhere. And they've been telling us about flipping climate change and all that. What a crock of shite. They must think we're completely flipping brain dead out here. Well, I mean, you have got some who are flipping idiots. And that's not being nasty. But they're the first ones, by the way, everybody. And this is not being nasty now, right? Yes, I am flipping having a moan and I am flipping having on one. Yes, I am. Because at the end of the day, they're the first ones to criticise us, the ones who do research, the ones who do take the time to look at other things and to question other things. And they flipping criticise us. Are they having a flipping laugh? Do you see what I mean? This is what we're dealing with. flipping mentality of it all, everybody. This is what all of this is. It's a flipping mentality. Oh, flipping, sorry everybody, the flipping mentality. What we need to happen, I'm telling you, right, because I'm telling you something now. I mean, these governments, and in the UK, right, and in other parts of the world as well, everybody, right, they've been laughing at everybody. They're laughing at all their citizens. Because to them, it's like they're untouchable. And then you'll find that Liz Truss, going back to that flipping bat, that she'll just get shuffled around somewhere else, like flipping Quasimodo has. Do you see what I'm saying to you? That's what they do. Everybody. That's what they do. But how they've been allowed to get away with this up until this point, well, I want to know why. And anybody else out there should be flipping asking that question, which I do know that there's many who do question it, the same as myself. Anyway. And something else I want to say as well, you know, like when we look over the years, this is something else I want to mention as well. Oh, there's another couple of things I want to mention actually, right? And when we look over the years, you know, like when they brought in, what do they call it? You know, like ciggies and drink and everything else, right? And they brought, well, how did they? All I want to know is, right, so you know, call me being illiterate, I do not believe I am, everybody, right? So how is it so that the drinks and the ciggies and everything else have been able to be smuggled into the country, and it's gone on for decades? Yes, it has. So what is it? Everyone turns a blind eye to this. Do you see what I'm saying, everybody? Yes? Yes. Because, you know, that's what was going on there. Because nobody can tell me. I do not care who it is. Nobody can come to me, tell me nothing. Because at the end of the day, it's been going on for decades, right? They allow so much through, and then they say, oh, we've raided a lorry, or we've raided this. Do you see what I mean? There we go. Do you see what I'm saying to you, everybody? Yes? Ah, yes. Do you see? And then like in the old UK, flipping taxing on this, taxing that, taxing the next thing. That's what they've been, do you know what I mean? And I mean, and let's be fair, but then you wonder why, you know, others, they just want to get things cheaper. Do you know what I mean? No, I mean, I happen to have a dear friend of mine, you know, and they have 11 properties in a shop. Do you see what I mean? Now, if you look at how I happened to ask actually the other day when they give me a call, and I said, just out of curiosity, I said, you know, say for example, I was only asking as an example now. I said, as an example, I said, say you've got a packet of ciggies, right? Because you hear them in the shops and everything. Do you know what I mean? Because, oh, you know, for being extortionate like this. Do you understand what I mean? You hear it all the time. This is nothing new. But what it is, if somebody's, say, paying, I don't know, 11 quid for a packet of cigs in the old UK, right? So I said, so how much then, you know, does the shop or the shopkeeper make per packet of cigs? This is as an example, everybody. So they only make about 50 pence a pack. See what I mean? And also said that what they make most of the ka-ching on, right, is like pop and crisps. Do you see? So my point is, everybody, right, if we look at this, where, so how is it justifiable, everybody, if the shopkeeper's hardly making nothing on a pack of cigs, on each pack of cigs, right? So, and all that tax. And then they put on the front of the packet, right, they put all smoking's bad for your health, and, you know, smoking's this and smoking's that. Well, if it was that bad, everybody, this all I'm saying. It's just, I'm just looking at things from different angles. And I've said it for decades. If this is the case and it's so bad, then why is it still on the shelves? That's all I want to know. Do you see what I mean? So again, it's another question that just needs answering yes, isn't it? Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? So like that's that. You see? So, there's an awful lot that can be questioned here, everybody. That's all I'm saying. Oh, and very lastly, what I wanted to discuss, I'd read somewhere that Aldi's, which I'm sure it's not just in the UK, it'll be in other Aldi shops, yes, that what it is, everybody, is that, saying that they're putting the bugs, because I've done a video previously, weeks ago, and they're putting the bugs in things, and to make it look like mince, like meat and everything. Oh, and it's not cheap, by the way. This is not cheap, by the way. And this is meant to feed a family of 4. How much was it? Is it in the old UK? I've got to remember now because I flipping forgot to write that down as well. Is it £8? £8? So not only are the putrid who run the world, not only are they wanting everybody to eat the bugs, right? But on top of that, they're taking a complete pee and charging you extortionate prices to flipping eat the flipping bugs. Which, of course, are not meant to be for human, that's another word, human, right? For human consumption. Do you see, everybody, what I'm saying? So, yes, I am having the moan today and I am having my say. But something very seriously needs to change. Yes, it does. This cannot continue the way it's going. No. Do you see what I mean, everybody? And of course, then they're trying to keep the old Ukraine war, just want to keep it rolling. Do you see what I'm saying to you, everybody? Yes? And this is all the things that they're doing. So I just wanted to have my say today, everybody. So, and if anybody does feel offended by anything I've said, well, I apologise for that. But at the end of the day, I'm entitled to a freedom of speech, what I believe in. And I'm making my feelings known. Do you see what I mean? None of them should be getting away with any of this. No, they should not. And as for these jabs, they need to take every single one off the bloody market. Anyway, I've got nothing more to say, everybody. I'm usually so easygoing, you know what I mean? I'm calm, I have a laugh, I do have a joke, because we've all got to find a time in our life to have a laugh at times. Not about the seriousness, and I have to just make that very clear, not about the seriousness, what's going on in the world, no. But we have to be able to have a little laugh about other things in life. Do you understand what I mean? Not the serious things, okay, everybody? But about other things. Yes, but my point is, and I've got to be honest with you, and it's only a figure of speech, everybody. It makes my bloody flipping blood boil. I mean, I've got 2 beautiful and delicious little daughters myself, and how I love you both so, my delicious babies. I've got 2 beautiful and delicious little daughters myself, who are nearly 21 and 16. And at the end of the day, well, why must they have to live a life just like others, little bairns and sons and daughters? Well, why must they live a life like this? No. But the one thing I'm glad about, and then I'm going to cut the video off, so I always say that and I'm flipping just remembered something else. Well, yes, we are having a lot more protests now in the world. In different countries and everything. Do you understand what I mean, everybody? And that is a good thing. Do you know what I mean? Because there's more and more and more who are rising up. But like I say, I mean, it's not always going to be peaceful, I'm telling you. Because the more and more and more that this putridness continues, is the more and more and more that others are going to lose their patience. There we go. Yes. Do you see what I'm saying to everybody? Yes. So at the end of the day, all we can really do is just, we just have to keep with our old noddles, with our minds, and all we can really do is just keep, sending out that positivity and everything, right, that we're going to get more and more and more for the ones who have not, okay, I'm only talking about the ones who have not, that they wake up. Do you see what I mean? Because I do believe, and I genuinely do believe, that, they may have thought, who are doing this to us all, they may have thought that they're winning the flipping battle and the war, but they're not. Because they will not win this war. Because it's a war against us. And I've said it before and I say it again. Okay? So, and I do understand, because you have got those out there, God bless their dear souls, where, there we go, it's gone lighter, thank you, dear spirit, okay? But, where they're very frightened and very fearful about things, okay, we understand that. But at the same time, they've got to wake up, smell the coffee, see things for what they are, right? Because sometimes we have to face our fears. There we go. We have to face our fears, flipping head on. Do you see what I mean? Because really, if you look at everything what they've done, and over the decades and decades and decades, and of course you've got the box in the corner of the room, which is just getting larger and larger and larger. Do you see what I mean? Just to keep everybody entertained, right? Well, it's coming to the end. There we go. It's coming to the end, isn't it? But they have not won the war. No, they have not. They may have thought they have, but they have not. So, we shall see, won't we, everybody? So that's the video. So I hope you've enjoyed the video today. I mean, it may not be for everybody's cup of tea, and I apologise if for some of you out there that you feel that way. Okay, for others of you, please, dear God, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, that you do get where I'm coming from, everybody. Okay, and that you are seeing the points that I'm making here. But going round and killing, well, that's not acceptable, is it? And then sitting in their parliaments and in their governments all over the world and laughing about it. No? No? So we all have to get our old noddles together. Do you see what I'm saying to you? And we just send out the energy where no. It's not acceptable. Do you see what I mean? I mean, you are going to have the odd ones in government where they're not sleeping at night. Do you see what I mean? You will have the odd ones, but you've got other ones where, we're dealing with the putrid, we're dealing with flipping psychopaths. Yes, is what we're dealing with. But what we all want to know is what pain is going on in their lives for them to be so wicked and flipping putrid to us. Do you know what I mean? They need a flipping check-up from the flipping neck up is what they flipping need. And not just this bloody poxy government, and I will say that because it's not swearing. I'm talking about any other government in the bloody world as well. They need a flipping check-up from the flipping neck up. Do you know what I mean? But you see, they're so absorbed. They're so in this flipping poxy flipping bubble of theirs. Do you know what I mean? And while the ka-ching is coming along, do you see what I mean? Just like a flipping gravy train, everybody, right? Well, they don't want to hop off it, do they? Because they've become accustomed to whatever life, when you've got others all over the world, God bless their beautiful dear souls, who are on the flipping streets. God love them. We know where to go. And I'm not meaning this in a nasty way, but God bless them, but with mental health problems, God bless them. Do you see what I'm saying, everybody? And it's everything what's been bloody done to us. Well, no. It's like a book, isn't it? There is a beginning, there's a middle, and there's surely going to be a bloody end. Yes, they're flipping in wellies. And anyway, and on that note, everybody, I'm not shouting at you all, my delicious little babies, okay? It's just I'm very passionate about these things. Do you understand what I mean? None of this should have been done to any of us. Not as man, woman, child, baby, little bairns, right? Or little animals, or little creatures, great and small, little birdies and everything like that. Do you know what I mean? Should never be done to any of us. All we want to do is live in peace, love and harmony. And others just want to go and travel to wherever they want to travel to. But why shouldn't they be able to do that? And then they're sort of telling us then when to flipping eat and when not to. They can flipping F off. Do you know what I mean? And nobody's going to tell me to eat no flipping bugs. I'm telling you that now, everybody. Not a chance. And if others out there, they're flipping, because I've already been doing it in some of the schools, everybody, getting the bairns to flipping eat bugs. Flipping craziness. Anyway, that's my video, everybody, okay? So, you know, and like I say, if I've got a little bit too passionate, well, I'm sorry, if, you know, that wasn't my intention to upset or offend anybody. It's just I'm having my say. So we shall see now how long this video lasts for, everybody. Yes, we shall. But anyway, I said what I've got to say, everybody, okay? So thank you so very much. I know I've rambled on a bit. I do apologise, okay? But I'm just having my say, okay? But please send out everybody good thoughts and love and healing to the world. Do you understand what I mean? Yes? Because we do need that positivity, you know, because when I come off my videos, do you understand what I mean? I'll just go back to being, you know, just how I normally am. Do you understand what I mean? I'm just easygoing, just like to have a laugh and a joke. Do you understand what I mean? There we go, and that's what I'll do. Do you see what I'm saying to you? But when I believe that there's a wrongdoing in the world, I will flipping call it out, and yes, and I will flipping say so. Yes, I will. Okay, my delicious babies. So thank you so very much. I'm not going to be doing any readings today, everybody, okay? Because we need others, not being disrespectful, but for others just to catch up, okay? Because I'm trying not to overload myself with flipping hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos. Do you know what I mean? So if I have to space it out, sorry, then that's what I'll do. Okay? So on that note, my delicious babies, for those of you out there who even take the time to even, you know, stumble across me or to even listen to me, okay, thank you so very much, okay? I'm just trying to get my point across how I feel about things, okay? And I know I'm right anyway. I know I'm flipping right. Nobody's right all the time, no, but I know I'm flipping right on all of what I said. Yes, I flipping do. And if anybody else is honest with themselves, they will know so as well. Okay, everybody? So on that note, until my next video, because I have put out 2 videos today, okay? Much love, wherever you are in the world. I hope that you have a beautiful morning, afternoon or evening, wherever you are in the world, my delicious babies, okay? So you just take care, look after yourselves now, okay? But everybody must stick together, yes? This is no time to be apart, okay? And everybody must help each other, okay? So on that note, please and thank you. Much love, God bless, take care, thank you. Bye-bye.